Welcome to Community Pulse. I'm your host, Carmen Palmer. Well, the results are in. According to a nationwide poll to determine the top 10 New Year's resolutions for 2018, among them were, number 1, make more time for friends and family, number 2, get fit, and number 3, lose weight. So with that in mind, I couldn't wait to introduce you to one of my favorite places in the entire city of Rialto, my gym, Vibe Fitness. Now, let's go inside and see what it's all about. Now we're inside the gym, and I am so excited for all of you to meet a man who has not only become my mentor, my coach, but a good friend as well, Gino Garcia, owner of Vibe Fitness. Gino, welcome to Community Pulse.
Oh, thanks for coming, Carmen. I appreciate you guys coming on down here today, checking out Vibe and seeing what we're all about here.
Yeah, I mean, it's been such a great transformation personally. Not only have I found an environment that is family friendly, but all of the members are so supportive. You are well invested in everyone's growth and their goals, and you know, just the results have been miraculous for me. Not only has my self-confidence gone through the roof, but my productivity has picked up tremendously. So let's kind of rewind. For anybody who is not used to working out, has probably never done it in their life, but is ready to make a life change, what is the first thing they do?
Well, I think you hit it. You know, for me personally, you said a couple of things. They're ready to make a life change. That's the biggest thing that most people face when they realize, like, I need to do something about my health. I need to take control of it. And most of the time when people come in here, they've had that moment where they realize, like, something happened in their life significant that made them reevaluate themselves and figure out, like, hey, I need to do something because I'm not going in the right direction in regard to my health, in regard to just being able to feel better, move better, enjoy my family more. So for me, the first step for people, and I always talk to them, is like, hey, what's the most important reason why you are here today? Like, what made you walk in the door or reach out to us and connect with us? And so that would be the first step, is them realizing, like, I need to make a change. That's the hardest thing. An honest heart-to-heart with yourself is probably the hardest thing you have to do for yourself. To come to the realization that I need to do something. So the first step is understanding that, yeah, you're going to be scared. When you reach out, you see the stuff that goes on here. Maybe you browse our website, maybe you saw us on social media, and you see all the things that we do here, right? But what you don't see is the process that we have in place to progress people that are just starting out, whether they're just coming off the couch, never worked out a day in their life. They don't see that stuff. All they see is what they see on social media. And so we understand they're going to be scared. Well, but we also understand that they're ready to make a change, so they're reaching out to us for help. And so really, essentially, it's our job as coaches to sit down with them, understand what their fears are, understand what their struggles are, what they need help with the most, what their objectives are, the reasons why they're here or walking to connect with us, and then really start integrating them into our training program to get them to, like what you said, build their self-confidence, to make them realize, like, man, I can do some of these things that I maybe weren't, or I thought wasn't possible at one time. And so, you know, the stepping stone of the progression would be like realizing you need help, reaching out to get that help, taking that first step, and trusting what we are going to do to help you improve yourself, whether it's aesthetically, maybe you want to transform your body, maybe you just want to feel better, move better mentally in regard to having more confidence, maybe you want to improve the quality of your life. Everyone comes in with different objectives, all right? And so our job is to dissect those and understand how we can serve you and help you achieve those ultimately.
One of the things that I admire the most about your program is that you have a class that has a diverse member base with capabilities. Right. So while one person is a beginner, you can still be in a class with an advanced person and really not feel that intimidation. Right. What do you do that kind of offers everybody that strength to kind of come into a class fresh, mixed in with your, what we call vets right. here? And how do you get involved in that process of where they are as far as beginning to advance?
Right. So that's a great question. So basically what we say is this: we have like what you said, a wide range of people here, different abilities, different body types, different genders. At the end of the day, they're at the beginning stages of their journey when they walk in here, right? When they first walk in here. And we understand that. And so we understand also that our program is not a quick fix solution. We understand that it's going to take some time, some investment on that individual's part to come in here consistently and learn the basics of what we start everybody off with, right? And so what people, kind of going back to what I said initially, they don't see where some of those people that we could consider vets here started. So some people have been with us, 2, 3, 4 years, and started at the very stages of where that person is walking in for the first time. So they didn't start with no weights, so they see people bench pressing, deadlifting, doing the more advanced stuff. They didn't see their journey at the beginning, right? But just like everyone that walks in here for the first time, everyone that has been with us for the 5 years that we've been operating in Rialto started at that baseline, learning how to squat, learning how to use their body weight as a resistance to build proper mechanics, then the fundamentals, so that eventually you can progress and do some of the more advanced stuff that is more challenging, more demanding. So the thing that we take pride in is that we specialize in helping people that are just starting out in their journey, coming off the couch, maybe they never exercised a day in their life. We specialize in helping that specific person. So we've really dialed in on who we want to help in our community and surrounding communities and help them achieve that ultimate goal of transforming their health, transforming their life. And so for us, our system, our program, our training program, and how we handle the entry-level person and progress them to eventually the vet status, as we call it here, is a systematized approach that we have, that me and the other coaches implement to make sure that, one, they're being safe, right? That's the most important thing when people come in here. It's not come in here and smash you. That's not our goal here. Our goal is to make sure you're safe. Our goal is to make sure that you build proper foundations and mechanics. And then our goal is to make sure that we are pushing you according to your ability and that is in line with your objectives. So if I can make a quick example, let's say you walked in for the first time and you're like, hey, I just want to move better, feel better. I want to reduce my risk of some type of illness or disease that's controllable or preventable by implementing exercise. Then we're going to push you according to that. We're not going to push you to do something that you're not really here to do, like deadlift 300 pounds or squat 300 pounds. That's because that's not relevant to you. So that's really how we're different, how we control the quality experience here for our members.
One of the things that I found most impressive is I thought I was going to be one of those people coming in and I just want to move around.
Right.
I just want to move better. I want to have more stamina. And all of a sudden, I'm lifting weight that I never thought I could do. And it just, like you said, the progression is so, I think some people think that they're coming in for one reason and they end up months later realizing that they're growing in strength and they've gone to a place that they never even imagined they could go. One of the things that I love the most about the environment here is that it's not about being the skinny girl. It's about being the healthy girl,
right.
Strong. You're always pushing strength and you don't even hear anybody talking about how they just want to be skinny. You hear everybody talking here about how they want to be strong and they want to be a better version of themselves than they were when they walked in the door.
Exactly.
So with all of that being said, can we take a look around the gym and just take a look at the different mechanics and the different exercises? Because one of the things that I was most in shock of is that when you invited me to come here, and I came in, I was like, okay, well, where are all the machines? Where are the ellipticals? Where are the 10 rows of treadmills,
right.
And bicycles? Because I knew I'd be safe there. Doing this stuff, and Gino can tell you, I am not the most coordinated person, but with enough coaching, we got to a decent place where I can actually get through a class without hitting myself with a kettlebell. But anyway, I thank you for your patience. But let's check out the rest of the gym, shall we? All right. Okay, so now we're on the training floor with Gino Garcia, the owner of Vibe. So Gino, what makes our gym so different from a traditional gym?
Right, so that's a great question. So basically the concept with us is we're a training facility. So we're not a traditional gym, so to speak. You've seen that there's no treadmills like you said. None of that traditional stuff here, with the exception of like the bench press. So there's a certain traditional key elements that we kept, you know what I mean? But in general, the concept behind our training program is movement. So we teach our members that you need to be able to move, and it doesn't matter where your ability is, there's ways that you can continue to move and use your body so that you're not just stationary on machines or on an elliptical, because that stuff gets boring, in my opinion, and in the opinions of a lot of our members, is that stuff gets boring, and so we understand that. So one of the unique things about our facility is that we teach people that there's different ways to condition and strengthen your body. You don't have to revert back to what we've been, in my opinion, conditioned to come to understand of what it means to, to work out or to be at a gym. Because there's many variables to that. There's different types of workouts. And so for us, we understand that people like to do things differently, or they like new stuff, exciting stuff. For example, let's just take the TRX, a great piece of equipment, suspension training. It's a great way to strengthen your body instead of maybe reverting to like a traditional bench press, which we still do here, and there's a place and a time for that. But for someone who's just beginning, pulling your own body weight is actually a hard thing to do.
Oh boy.
And, yeah, you can attest to that, right?
Absolutely.
And so one of the reasons why we love the TRX, for example, is a great way to progress. So basically the concept is you start high, it's not as much resistance, but you're learning the mechanics, you're utilizing muscles that you don't use on traditional pieces of equipment, right? But as you get stronger, you start realizing like, I can do more, so now I can take it deep under. And eventually the concept is you start high, it's easier. The lower you go, it gets harder. But magically what happens is you're realizing like, man, I'm getting strong just by pulling my own body weight. So we love this piece of equipment because it's a great way to start people that are just beginning, to teach them the mechanics, to teach them how to utilize every other muscles in their body, so that they get, what I call a double bang for your buck, where you're doing more than just one specific muscle group, right? So that's really our concept, is be efficient with what you're doing. And if you're gonna implement something, try to find ways that it makes you stronger, but in an efficient manner, so you don't have to be in the gym for 2-3 hours at a time, like I've talked to some people and they say they are. Things like that. We have our resistance bands. I should have brought them out here. But things like this, learning how to strengthen your body through resistance bands is huge. We do a lot of things in here to help strengthen like the shoulders, and the resistance bands is one of those pieces of equipment. Again, untraditional until maybe a few years ago. And then of course, like I said, we still keep some of the traditional elements of the gym. The bench press, we utilize this for squatting, bench pressing, shoulder pressing. So we still keep some of those core essentials so that you can still get the benefit of that type of training and help you improve overall. So that's really the concept.
Right. One of the things that I love most about the classes that you offer here at Vibe, and also Samantha's class is amazing. Later on we're going to touch on what Patty has to offer through her Piyo class. But one of the things that I love the most is that you can come 5 days in a week and never have the same workout during the week. So one day we're working on arms, next day we're working on legs, next day we're going to just do conditioning.
Right.
The next day one day will be basic conditioning, next time is going to be complex conditioning. But for anyone to think that all we do is just bench press for an hour straight, that's totally not what it is.
Right.
You're doing 30 seconds of this, 30 seconds of that, and it really tires you out, but it does build strength at the same time, and you don't have that time to get bored with the workout. So one of the things that I admire the most about the way you're running things here is that it's always something different, it's always something new, we're always shaking it up, even the warm-ups.
Right.
Warm-ups are never the same.
You get bored, right? You get bored of coming in doing the same thing every single day. And that's our job as coaches, is to make sure that you guys are progressing with different types of stuff, because there's so much that you have to learn when it comes to fitness. And essentially that's what we do, is we provide the structure for our people coming in. So we take the guesswork out. We say, hey, you know what? You don't have to think about what you're gonna do. All you have to do is come in ready to train with a positive mindset, ready to get better, and let us guide you through our training routine for the day, whether it's conditioning, whether it's strength. And that's where we talk about our strength and conditioning program, no 2 days are ever the same. And even when we do like upper body day, even your upper body workouts are gonna be different every single week. It's never, you know, just bench pressing or just one specific body. We're always changing that up. And again, we understand that you guys need progression. You guys need to do different things because one, you get bored, but two, your body adapts. And as your body adapts, that's where you hit plateaus. And if you're hitting plateaus, now you can do something different, maybe to push your body outside of the next level of comfort zone so that you can get better and ultimately get the results that you want, right? And that's our job. We have a great system here called Fit Ranks that we use to keep our members accountable, keep them engaged, keep them motivated to want to come in and progress through our level system that we have here. Because like I hit on before, not everyone's here to lose weight. Right, not everyone's here to just build muscle or lift weight, and so we understand that. So we implement something like Fit Ranks. Now you have something tangible that you can train for. You earn your dog tag. You're earning a progression, and you're going up in our level rank. Which means if you're going up in our level rank, you're getting stronger. Your ability to do more is increasing, and which means you're living a healthier, stronger life. And the last thing I'll say about our concept is, we've put lifestyle at the forefront of who we're trying to attract into our facility. So we used to do the whole weight loss thing, and not that is bad, you know, because everyone has their take on it when it comes to fitness, and I understand that. But what we understood too is that, you know what, people need to learn lifestyle. They need to learn how to train and develop, or train themselves, but develop the habits of a healthy lifestyle. And that's what we've put at the forefront of our message going forward. And honestly, man, our people have eaten it up, love it. We talk about Vibe Life all the time, and that's really who we are and what we do. And the last thing I'll say is, the results do come. So we have members that have lost, 70, 50 pounds. We've had members that have kicked their medication. We had members that have, totally reduced the risk of diabetes. They were borderline diabetic. They came in here, been consistent, were coachable. Now they're, nowhere near that diabetes status that they were once were. We have people that just come in and want to move better, feel better, so they can live a better quality of life. And for us, that's Vibe Life. So those results do happen, but it's not the forefront of who we're trying to attract into our facility.
Right, and I'm a living testimony to that. It wasn't until, I had a serious sit-down talk with my primary physician, and she said, Carmen, if you don't learn how to manage the stress in your life, it's going to take over your life. Right. Cardiovascular disease is on an all-time rise for women, with the side effect being stroke. I was only 47 when I got that news, and I knew that I had to change something. I just didn't know how to do it and where to do it. And to tell you the truth, for me, if I would have just walked right in here without an introduction, I probably would have walked right out, because it just looks so intimidating. Right. But now, a year later, with having successfully completed the Fit Ranks Level 1, I feel so much better about myself. And one of the things that I was most impressed with when we sat down to talk about what my personal goals were going to be and how we were going to handle it was that you stressed very much so, I don't want you here every day. Right. We're going to start you out with 3 times a week. And once you can make that commitment to yourself to actually be in my gym 3 times a week, then, and I see you motivated to do that, then we'll sit down and have a discussion about when it's time to open up the door for unlimited use. And I was like, what? He doesn't just want my money and let me come in whenever I want? Because at that time I thought, okay, I made it through, a week of workouts initially. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready for this change. And you were like, well, pump the brakes a little bit, we have to build. You're not just gonna take off right out of the starting gate, because then you're gonna burn out. Mentally, physically, you're not going to want to be here anymore. And I thought, oh, man, but I'm different,
You want more, man, and I understand that. See, and that's the thing with our facility, and what I'm proud of is that, first off, to say that we do the right thing for our people, right? So I'm not about just trying to upsell you on our most, priciest membership that we have or what have you. I truly want, and not just me, but all our staff here and all our people care about your overall well-being. So if you come in here and you say you're motivated and all this and that, but I understand you're just starting out, hey, listen, let's slow down a little bit. My job as a coach is to guide you professionally and correctly to, first build habits. That's our focus here, is let's build habits, and then when we feel it's ready for, or you're ready to take on the next step of committing to 4 or 5 days per week, then we can talk about that. But first, if you're not building the habits, which we focus on first, and then, I understand that you're not setting yourself, or I'm not setting you up for success, because now I'm just saying, yeah, let me sell you the highest price membership we have, and good luck. That's not my job. I don't like doing business like that. I don't like treating people like that. And I honestly, I feel like one of the reasons why we've grown in our city and we've resonated with so many people and had nothing but positive experiences is because we do the right thing for our people. We take the time to sit down, understand what you're going through, understand what your struggles are, and then make a realistic suggestion based on what is gonna fit into your life. Because you're a mom, you're a wife, you have your career, so you have so many things going on. And so we want to just be a small part of your life. We don't want to be your entire life. We want to be a small part. And something I always talk about with our members is fitness is such a small part, but it plays such a huge part in your overall mental and physical well-being. And so, that's why we love, doing what we do here to get you to sling ropes. If you're slinging these things and you're getting your heart rate up, you're releasing that stressful day. So you channel your energy through the ropes, so again, just talking about the untraditional stuff we do here in our training concept. So that's us.
Awesome. Let's talk about some of the other programs we have going on.
Yeah.
Your lovely wife, Patty,
Yep.
Has a Piyo class going on. Can we get a few words in with her?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
awesome.
She'll love to share with you.
Cool. Well, you definitely can't walk into Vibe without meeting one of the most intricate and vital parts of the Vibe team, co-owner Patty Garcia. Patty, I am so glad to have you today. I'm excited to learn all about the program that you have to offer, but I gotta tell you, not only do I admire you for the programs that you run, but on top of everything else, like I said before, you're a co-owner, you're a mom, you take the workout classes with everybody else, and you really make everybody feel at home here at Vibe. So thank you for the way that you take interest in everyone, and she's just the sweetest person you'd ever want to meet. But let's talk a little bit about your Piyo class. Pretty excited to hear all about it. How is it that you would mix Pilates and yoga together?
Okay, so what Piyo Live is, it's a mixture of movements inspired by yoga and Pilates. So it's not a yoga class, it's not a Pilates class, they're movements inspired by yoga and Pilates. And it goes along with music, and it's high intensity, low impact. It's a full body workout, so you get the benefits of getting, building up your flexibility, your strength, core strength. You build long, lean muscles. You get some cardio in there. So you get a full body workout, and you're able to go at your own pace. We modify movements for you, and you take that workout at your own ability.
Awesome. Let's kind of get back to something that you just brought up that I didn't touch on with Gino, core strength. How important is it to have good foundation in your core strength?
Well, core strength, I mean, we all want the abs, we all want, but, it starts with getting that core stronger, and that takes it to getting the back stronger. And when your core is strong, you can start building up the arms, the legs, and everything. So that's the important part of building that core strength.
Awesome. Now, in your class, is there also a lot of planking and that kind of stuff to kind of build that core, or is it mostly stretching and flow movement?
Along with stretching and balance, we also do movements like squats and lunges and planks to help with that core strength.
Oh, one of the things that I thought was so funny when I came in here is I didn't realize, as a 47-year-old woman, I hadn't jumped in years. So to jump was like, what? I'm gonna jump? And then you start doing movements that you haven't done in so long. And after a while, you kind of get that kind of youthful feeling back.
Right.
So once you start feeling youthful, I think maybe your actions start coming out a little bit better, and we all come across so much calmer when we have those this new capability of being able to stretch, to exercise, and to do everything that we couldn't do when we walked in the door. So it has been so much fun just to exercise and try a new regimen. Now, your classes are how long?
They're an hour long, and we have them on Saturdays, Saturday mornings, or on Sunday mornings.
Great, so you can either start your weekend off great, or you can end your weekend off great. And one of the things that impresses me the most is that not a lot of fitness centers even offer a structured class on a Sunday. So what a great way to stay strong all week long.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, yes.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your time and your knowledge with us regarding the Piyo class. So encourage everyone to sign up or come on in the door and try out a class, right?
Yes.
Doesn't hurt.
Get in here. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Carmen.
Well, Gino, Patty, thank you so much for hosting us today, our Community Pulse show in your Vibe Fitness Gym. Let's kind of wrap up a little bit about making New Year's resolutions and making fitness be your objective. What do you have to say to anyone that just needs to get started?
Right. Well, the biggest thing is, one, like we talked about in the initial part of this, is just understanding why you want to transform your health, your life, your body, your mindset, whatever it is first identifying that and understanding why you want to make that happen. That's the biggest thing. The second thing is, no matter when you're out there watching this, whether it's the beginning of 2018 or it's later in the year or even after 2018, the biggest thing is just taking that first step. That is the most difficult thing to do. It's more of a mental mind block to overcome the fear that you're probably experiencing right now, the self-doubt, the limitations, the self-doubting limitations that people place upon themselves. Hey, do I deserve to be healthy? Do I deserve to live an active, healthy lifestyle? Do I deserve to be fitting in those pants or that dress? Do I deserve that? And coming to the realization, like, you need to take action. That's the only way you're gonna trump that fear, is by taking that first step, over understanding that it is gonna be a journey. It's gonna be a sacrifice required on your part, but at the end of the day, the end goal is to live a better quality of life. So essentially, make that commitment, take action, and it will trump any fear and self-doubt that you have.
Is well worth making the investment. Now, let's talk about the websites and the address, the phone numbers, everything that we need to do, just in case any of our viewers are ready to get started.
Yeah. Totally, guys. So hey, check it out. If you guys are ready to take that first step, or if you just want to, talk to somebody and see what help that or what you need to get going, hey, I would invite you to come check out Vibe. There's several ways you can do that. First off, we're located at 521 West Rialto Avenue, right down the street from the Rialto PD and the Civic Center, on the corner of Lilac and Rialto Avenue. So that's the first thing you can do if you want to come visit us. The second thing that you can do is you can go to our website at vfsocal.com. You can browse our information. If you're interested in learning about our strength and conditioning group program, if you're interested in learning about Piyo, go through the website, send us a contact message through the contact tab, and we will follow up with you within 24 hours to answer any questions you have. And then if you're ready to take that next step, we'll invite you into our facility, no obligation whatsoever. And then from there, we can tell you how you can get involved with either Piyo or our group program.
The other thing that is great through this particular facility is that if you have it on your bucket list to ever get involved in a Spartan race, everybody gets involved as a group and really starts training hard. Not just that, but you've done community outreach programs like for the Tatas, and then fun other things like the turkey bowls and the ring the bells for Christmas.
Rock the bells.
Rock the bells. Sorry. The rock the bells. You definitely instill this real sense of community. And I thank you so much for your influence, your positive influence on our community, Rialto City that I love so much. So, on behalf of everyone and all the members here, thank you so much for everything that you do to put your entire life into the gym.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming out to our facility. And of course, I gotta at least acknowledge our great community of members that we have here. I definitely don't want to leave them out, and our staff team as well. Sam, Sandra, all integral parts, and we love our community, we love our members, and you said the key word is community. So thank you guys for coming out to our facility and visiting us, and I look forward to connecting with everybody in the future.
Awesome. Awesome. So, whatever your New Year's resolution is, just get started. All we ask from Community Pulse, and it's always been one of my big messages, is go forward and make a difference. For you, invest in you, love you. On behalf of everyone here at Rialto Network, thank you for joining our show, and have a great day.